It has been 12 years and 243 days, as of the time of recording this video, since the 100th episode of The Clone Wars, Season 5, Missing in Action. That was Gregor's first appearance. It has taken 12 years and 243 days for us to get an action figure of Gregor, and it's Hot Toys that's making it. I'm just saying that because Hasbro, you need to freaking step it up. Look at Gregor. This has to be one of the coolest clones ever. And you have never made a figure of him? You had to leave it to Hot Toys to do it? Oh my gosh. But I gotta say, for this being Gregor's very first figure, this is going to remain not only his first, but also by far his best. Because Hot Toys, the deco on this that you did is insane. I never expected Hot Toys to do Gregor. And here is a Hot Toys Gregor, our 212th amnesia clone boy, and I love this figure so much. I've gotten a lot of these Commandos recently. I just got Boss. I have Scorch. You know, I'll get the Reg here soon. I'm still not decided on the Imperial Commando. I probably am not going to get it because I don't have attachment to it. But I've been waiting 12 years and 243 days for this Gregor, so I'm very excited for him. All right, let me turn off his light because I like conserving the battery. Let's look at the box first because that's what we always look at first. So, yeah, it's got the big ugly warning sign on there because he comes with batteries. I guess someone choked. I say that like it's not a serious thing, but seriously, these little batteries are a significant danger to young ones. So if you have young ones in your house, please keep these batteries out of reach of them because they are very, very dangerous. You can see another picture of Gregor on the side. Very, very cool picture. I love these little wraparounds. But it's funny, for like 20 years, it's been like the standard for high-end Star Wars stuff to have this like weird like black but with like gray bordering box. Like almost all high-end Star Wars items look like this. And I feel like it's probably the inspiration for the Black series, because Hasbro wanted to feel like they fit into this higher end era of Star Wars toys, but they're never gonna be up to this. They tried. I did a video on the Darth Vader that they tried, and they can't. Very cool little poster of Gregor right there. Really wish this guy came with a head sculpt, but taking that down, you can see that's how he's packed in there. Woohoo! All right, let's look at the figure. So like I said, I really wish this Gregor came with a head sculpt. He does not have an unhelmeted Gregor head. I really think they could have done that. I think they should have done that. It's disappointing that he does not come with that head. The Deltas, I understand. You never see their faces. But Gregor, you see his face. They should have given him a head sculpt. That being said, I have no other issues with this guy. He's perfect. He's amazing. Oh, but he's using the Hunter body. It's accurate to the Hunter body, not the Republic. Bro, Hunter is like 95% Republic Commando. I went over the details on the armor in the boss review if you want to check that out. But the main inaccuracy is going to be the crotch armor. Like, that's the main inaccuracy. And especially with Gregor, since he is coated in like this digital looking camo, you're not going to notice the crotch armor, bro. Proportionally, I think the Hot Toys Commandos match the Clone Wars design of them perfectly. Like, I look at this and I'm like, yes, this is Gregor. Like, there's no issue with this. This is Gregor. Like, this is him. And don't worry, we are going to get closer in on him in a little bit. But to go over his accessories, he does come with the standard Hot Toys base. You can see it has all the standard scratches. It has Clone Commando Gregor on there. Has the standard crotch cradle. Always appreciate a good Hot Toys display base. Even though it is pretty generic, I wish it had something a little bit more unique to him. Speaking of not unique, he does have the standard Republic Commando rifle, which is fine for Gregor. I mean, it's the only weapon he had in the Clone Wars when he had this armor. Like, I don't mind. The detail on it is just as fantastic as it has been on all the other Commandos. It looks great. It looks fantastic. It's a Commando rifle. What else can I say? One thing I wish it had, though, I wish it had like a little readout for like the amount of bullets you had left, but this is Clone Wars we're talking about. These aren't based off the game. I wish they were, though. And his last accessory is, of course, his magnetic backpack, which, just like the figure itself, is absolutely decked out in camouflage. One funny thing with Gregor, I've seen a lot of customs of Gregor throughout the years, because like I said, 12 years and 243 days. A lot of fans have been waiting for a Gregor figure, so a lot of people took it upon themselves to make it. Hell, I was about to make me one. A 3 3/4 inch one. I still might someday. I've got it in my fodder bin. But yeah, the backpack looks great. It is magnetized. And you can store all of his extra hands in the backpack. How fantastic is that? So it does come with a couple extra Hot Toys wrist pegs. I've never broken one, so it's nice to have a stockpile. He does have an open hand right here. And look at all the detail on that yellow. I love the little pinstriping too. That just looks really nice for his armor design. He does also have a pointing hand if he wants to... Oh, I just dropped it. It was about to fall in my air vent, but I successfully picked it up with my toes, so we're A-okay there. Anyways, I forget what I was saying about that. He does have open hands for the left and the right, which is appreciated. And he does also have a left trigger finger hand if you want to have him dual wielding, but he only comes with the one gun. And it all just seals up nice and can go on his back. I can't wait anymore. I have to talk about the details on this guy because, oh my god. Hot Toys, this Deco is so impressive. Look at all those little hatch marks all over his helmet. And see, that's something that makes it really hard to make a 3 3/4 inch custom of, because you can't make hatch marks super tiny like that. You just can't. Like, it just looks weird and thick and ugly. But here at this 1/6 scale, it looks fantastic. And also, with all the digital camo all over him as well, really hard to replicate that with a 3 3/4 inch custom. A lot of people just weathered him, and it's like, oh, he was weathered, but no, it's all camo. He's covered in camo. And he also has this really tiny little emblem. Honestly, not quite sure what the emblem's for. I'm assuming it's for a squad, but he has it right there on his breastplate, and yeah, he's got it right there on his bicep as well. I'm like, I know he's got it somewhere else. He's got it right there on his bicep. I love the yellow armor. And look at all the weathering. He's caked in weathering. I love how he kind of has some similarities to Boss with his like design. How he's kind of got like the asymmetrical chest and he's got the all yellow here, but then it's kind of striped here. It's not identical to Boss, but I do appreciate the similarities. Oh, dude. I thought Boss had the most impressive deco on a Hot Toys figure, but no, I think Gregor has taken the cake. I think he stepped it up. And it's funny, my next Commando is going to be the plain white one, so we're gonna have quite the shift after that. But yeah, you just got to soak in all this detail. You have to soak it all in because it's so incredible. Like, I can't believe, like, even on his back where he doesn't have the backpack, yeah, they totally painted it all over. Even down on his legs, he's got some nice camouflage, and you can see some more weathering and some more dirt creep along his leg armor. His knee pads are pretty well weathered. He is just phenomenal from head to toe, literally. Look at his toes. Look at the weathering on his toes. He is caked in paint. I don't think there's a single surface of armor that is not covered in this beautiful camouflage paint. They just, oh my god. And look at the visor. I do have it lit up right now. It just looks incredible. And just like all the other ones, if you don't want it lit up, you can turn it off, and they still painted it so it looks really, really good. Like, that visor looks incredibly nice. And I don't display these all the time with the visors lit up. I do want to get one of those things eventually. I think they're from, like, Soap Studio or whatever, where you can actually have, like, a little, like, battery thing in there permanently, and it has a super thin wire that'll go through, and you can actually have it plugged in USB. I'm thinking I might do that with my Commandos eventually, but for now, I'm not going to worry about it. So we have established that Gregor has one of the best paint decos of anything ever of all time, but now we have to go over his articulation. How does he pose? I mean, he's a Hot Toy, so he poses pretty well. So he has a multiple ball joint system going on, not only at the head, but also at the neck. So his head's going to move up all the way, and it's going to move down pretty good as well, and it's going to tilt side to side. If you're wondering how this keeps coming off, it's attached by a magnet, so you might kind of knock it out of place when you're moving the head, but it'll pop right back. So yeah, his head moves beautifully. His shoulders are on His shoulders are on butterflies, so they move forward and back. And they also kind of have like a shrug joint in there as well. They move out pretty much all the way. They move forward pretty much all the way. He has a nice double jointed elbow and a bicep swivel. Oh, I just realized that plate was on wrong. I don't think I did that. I think it was actually assembled incorrectly. I just realized. I seriously thought this whole time he did not have the stripe there. But no, he's supposed to have it there. Anyways, he does have these standard 1/6 scale wrist pegs. So they're kind of like a Revoltech joint. So you can see how they move around. You can pretty much get them anywhere you need to. His torso, it is going to be inhibited by the armor. But he does have a crunch joint. And it does move back a little bit. You can also rotate it, but again, keep in mind it's actual armor over actual fabric over an actual body. His leg articulation, you probably want to move his armor a little bit out of the way, but he can move his legs forward pretty decently. They can move out. He does have a double jointed knee. He does have a thigh swivel. Got to make sure the knee pad doesn't get behind the armor. And his ankles are on double ball joints. So they're going to move around and pretty much get all the positions you really need them to. So yeah, Gregor articulates amazingly. He looks amazing. But I want to compare him. I want to compare him to at least Boss. I want to see how he looks like next to Boss. So here is Republic Commando Gregor next to Republic Commando Boss. And yeah, these look incredible together. You can definitely tell there's quite a bit of difference, especially since Gregor's like all this multi-gray camo and Boss is just like stark white with the orange stripes. I love the colors between these guys. I always kind of found it interesting that like Gregor's a 212th clone commando, but he's not orange, kind of like how Boss is. He's yellow. I'm sure if Boss was a different color, they would have just straight up made Gregor orange. But I think they wanted to switch up his color just a little bit, deviated a little bit from normal 212th colors, just to kind of make him stand out. And also, just because he's part of the 212th doesn't mean he has to be orange, especially since he's a clone commando. Like, he could kind of just do whatever he wanted. I'd honestly love to see what the rest of his squad looked like. I'd love to see the rest of the members. I doubt we'll ever see them, but I personally think it would be awesome if like the other members had like the similar camo and just different colors like how Gregor does. But who knows, maybe fans have designed them. I just love Gregor's design. I love all the Republic Commandos. I also love the Imperial Commando. That's why I'm thinking about getting the Hot Toys, but it's like I don't need it. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, this Gregor's fantastic. Hot Toys knocked it out of the park. So here we go, guys. Here is my look at the Hot Toys Clone Commando Gregor. I still can't believe this exists, but hey, Hot Toys gave it to us after nearly 13 years, and I'll take it. Hot Toys is also giving us Sergeant Hound. That's another one that you really should have done, Hasbro. But you know what? I'm happy that they're getting figures one way or another. And for me, Hot Toys are the ultimate clone trooper figures. These are the ultimate depictions of these characters. And I love collecting Hot Toys clones. They are by far my favorite clone trooper items in my collection by a country mile. And having Gregor is one that I never expected. It's funny, I love the character of Gregor, I love the design of Gregor, but I hate his episodes. They're George Lucas's favorite episodes of the Clone Wars, but they're by far my least favorite. I cannot stand, was it D-Squad or whatever? They're so annoying. Little Meeber, Gascon, whatever, hate him. The stupid droids, not a fan. Just give me Gregor all day, every day. I literally only watched it for Gregor. I would not have watched it otherwise. I think they knew that it was such a lame arc, and they had to put in like the coolest clone of all time at the end to grab kids' interest. Because I can tell you, 13 years ago, that was half of my life ago, I was not into those episodes. Alrighty, guys, let me know what you think about Gregor down in the comments below. This is a fantastic Hot Toys figure, and one that, if you're collecting Hot Toys clones, I cannot recommend enough. Unfortunately, he is a Sideshow exclusive, and he is one of those ones that was released in limited numbers. I'm sure the same amount of people that end up watching this video after like 2 days, that's pretty much going to be equal to the amount of these ever made ever. So if you want to get this, you're going to have to go aftermarket. It's sold out within like a day. So you got to be in the know with a lot of these Hot Toys figures, unfortunately. But hey, you know, if you feel like throwing out the cash, these aren't cheap figures. There's a good reason why they're not, because they're incredible figures. But overall, cannot recommend these enough. Love this Gregor, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Special shout out to channel members as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.